In India, the monsoon is not just a season but a celebration, bringing with it many associated elements, whether it is food, clothing, or festivals. Monsoon not only influences our country's climate but also plays a critical role in the food security and various socio-economic factors. In today's video, we will discuss the monsoon, including its formation, retreat, and more. Let's start by understanding the monsoon. Monsoon is actually an Arabic word derived from the word mausim, which literally means season of winds. Even in a meteorological context, the monsoon refers to a wind system that changes its direction and begins to blow in reverse during the year. The climate influenced by the monsoon wind is called monsoon type climate. Indian climate is a monsoon type. But before we move on to the monsoon type climate, let's try to understand the monsoon in more detail. The monsoon is not just found in India, but also many parts of the world, such as Southeast Asia. However, today we will limit our discussion mainly to the Indian subcontinent. Monsoon winds in India are mainly of two types, the southwest monsoon and northeast monsoon. The southwest monsoon occurs from June to September, and during this period, most of the rainfall in the Indian subcontinent is due to these monsoon winds. On the other hand, the northeast monsoon is observed from October to November. It is also called the retreating monsoon. During this time, the rainfall is seen only in the parts of Tamil Nadu. Formation of monsoon. Monsoon is a very complex meteorological phenomena, and even now, meteorologists have not been able to fully explain it. Many scientists have proposed several theories to explain the monsoon, but none of these theories have been able to provide a comprehensive explanation. According to the modern theories, the formation of monsoon happens due to several factors. Let's understand these factors one by one. First reason for monsoon formation is the differential heating of land and water. Yes, lands heat up and cools down faster than water, which creates a pressure gap between the land and ocean, causing the reversal of winds. Second major reason for monsoon formation is shifting of the intertropical convergence zone, ITCZ. You may be wondering what exactly is the ITCZ? So, the ITCZ is a low pressure belt near the equator where the trade winds converge. This is why it is called Intertropical Convergence Zone. If you remember, we also mentioned ITCZ is in our cyclone video. You can check the link in the video description. During June and July, ITCZ shifts towards the north, near the Tibetan Plateau, making the monsoon wind stronger. Similarly, during October-November, ITCZ shifts towards the south of the equator, strengthening the retreating winds from the Indian subcontinent. The third reason for monsoon formation is the heating of the Tibetan Plateau. The Tibetan Plateau is a vast high-altitude plateau located in southwestern China. From March to June, this plateau heats up intensely, creating a low-pressure zone. As a result, the winds from the Indian Ocean, laden with water vapor, rush towards the low-pressure zone of the Tibetan Plateau. These are the southwest monsoon winds. As these winds travel, they cool down and the Indian subcontinent experiences rainfall. Additionally, another important factor influencing the formation of monsoon is the jet stream. The jet stream is a rapidly moving high altitude wind system that travels in a zigzag pattern from west to east. While the exact role of jet stream in the monsoon formation is still unclear, there is a strong correlation between the onset of the monsoon and the withdrawal of the jet stream from the northern India. As the jet stream moves away, the Indian monsoon winds gradually begin to advance. In addition to these, certain periodic meteorological phenomena such as Indian Ocean Dipole, El Nino, La Nina also influences the formation and retreat of the monsoon. During El Nino events, monsoon winds tend to weaken, while during the La Nina, the monsoon winds become stronger over the Indian subcontinent. The Mozambique current in the Indian Ocean plays a significant role in monsoon formation. During this, a warm current that flows from the coastal area of Madagascar, which is a permanently high pressure zone. This is the Mozambique current. The wind carrying moisture from the ocean gets strengthened as we move towards the monsoon winds. Now, let us see how the monsoon actually sets in and then retreats. Onset of monsoons. During April and May, the Indian subcontinent heats up significantly, which creates an intense low pressure system on the Tibetan plateau. Simultaneously, a high pressure system remains over the southern Indian Ocean. At the same time, ITCZ shifts to the 40-degree north latitude. The combined effects of these factors cause the wind from the Indian Ocean to rush to the Indian subcontinent. This is known as the southwest monsoon. As these winds travel across the Indian peninsula, they split into two branches. The first branch enters the Indian subcontinent from the Bay of Bengal, while the second branch travels parallel to the Western Ghats, moving towards the north. The second branch brings rainfall to the Western Ghats, Gujarat, Rajasthan, and even Delhi. During the July-August to September, after the rains, the monsoon winds reverse. The phenomena is called the retreat of monsoon. Retreating monsoon. The retreating monsoon begins with a temperature drop in the Indian subcontinent and the Tibetan plateau. This causes a high pressure system to form over the Tibetan plateau, initiating a reverse movement of the monsoon winds. By October-November, the ITCZ shift towards the south of equator, and the trade winds converge there, strengthening the retreating winds. One interesting aspect of the retreating monsoon is that it brings heavy rainfall only to Tamil Nadu. Yes, Tamil Nadu's topography is such that it receives rainfall during the retreating monsoon months of October and November. The retreating monsoon lasts until February and March. Conclusion. So friends, this was a brief discussion on the formation and retreat of the monsoon. We will meet again in another interesting video, but until then, Jai Hind.